Peace and blessings, family. Welcome to the Conscious Movement Podcast. And I'm your host, Brother Soul. And today we will be officially releasing our first episode titled, What Does It Mean to Be Conscious? Being conscious means being awake, not just with your eyes open, but with your heart and mind too. It's like turning the lights on inside yourself. You can see your thoughts, feel your feelings, and understand what's going on around you. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, who am I? What am I doing? And why do I feel this way? If so, that's what it means to be conscious, to be awake inside. In today's world, a lot of people are walking around, but they're not really awake. They're moving, but they're not aware. And that's why we started the Conscious Movement, to help people wake up, find their purpose, and live with meaning. Now, since we've got the basics out the way, let's dive deeper into the 6 core factors of consciousness. Factor 1, identity. Who am I? Your identity is how you see yourself. It's the answer to who am I when nobody's watching. Many people let others decide their identity, like what people say on social media or how their parents raised them. But being conscious means learning who you really are on the inside, your values, your strengths, your mission. See, you have to understand, you're not just your name, your job, or where you're from. You're a soul with a purpose. In short, identity is like having a superhero suit inside of you, but you gotta know it's there to put it on. Factor 2, awareness. What's going on around and inside me. Awareness means noticing. You notice your thoughts, you notice your feelings, you notice the energy in a room. You don't just react, you recognize. This is where the power lies. When you're aware, you can make better decisions, treat people better, and control how you respond to things instead of just reacting without thinking. In short, awareness is like having a flashlight in a dark room. You can finally see where you are and what's around you. Factor 3, capability. What can I do? Capability means you can learn, grow, and do hard things, even when it's scary. When you're conscious, you start to believe in yourself. You realize that your past doesn't define your future, and your limitations are only temporary. A conscious person doesn't ask, can I do this? They say, I'll learn how. In short, knowing your capability is like riding a bike. Once you believe you can do it and you practice, you're unstoppable. Factor 4, responsibility. What am I in charge of? Being responsible means owning your choices and how they affect you and others. Conscious people don't blame others for everything. They look at themselves first. Responsibility builds strength. It says, I may not control everything, but I control me. In short, it's like being the captain of your own ship. Storms may come, but in the midst, you still have to steer your boat. Factor 5, purpose. Why am I here? Purpose is your reason. It's what excites you to get out of bed in the morning. When you're conscious, you start to feel pulled towards something greater than yourself. Something that serves others, builds the world, and brings you peace. Because without purpose, you're just floating. In short, purpose is your compass. Without it, you can walk in circles your whole life. Factor 6, connection. How do I relate to others and God? Connection means you're not alone. We're all a part of something bigger. Consciousness helps you to see people not as enemies, but as humans. You also become more aware of your connection to your Creator. to God. That connection becomes your guide. In short, it's like having Wi-Fi without a connection. You will never be able to download your full potential like that. When you live conscious with identity, awareness, capability, responsibility, purpose, and connection, your whole world changes. You begin to see life differently. And that's what the conscious movement is all about. Waking people up, not just to survive, but to lead, love, and live with power, peace, and purpose. If this spoke to you, don't just listen. Start asking yourself the hard questions. And join the conscious movement as we grow one step at a time. With that being said, y'all, we have officially wrapped up our first episode to the Conscious Movement Podcast. And I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. This is just the beginning. I'm doing pre-recorded content. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we're doing live segments, questions and answers, engaging, getting to grow the community even more broader. But for right now, we're going to work with what we got. We're going to be thankful and appreciative. Peace.